what's up guys? As you can see, today we're in a different location, but with an old friend, Jay, of Elite Ammunition. And you know him to be, because it's the master of the 5.7 and the P90s.
Yep.
And if you need anything about those guns, feel free. I'm gonna leave, of course, all the information under the video, this video, so you can contact him. He's always very nice and friendly and available for info.
Unless you're stupid.
Well, that's common in the gun world, right? But anyway, today we're not here for a P90 and a 5.7 yet. It might happen one of these days. Well, we're here for an oldie but good.
Oldie but goodie.
But goodie.
But well, as usual, for all my coffee chats, you have to have coffee.
Cheers. The mighty
basically, what we have here is what started out life as your standard Nagant. A tender, like most real people in the world, should have a Nagant. I have one, and I'm building it up for him. I'm turning it into a Scout sniper rifle for him. I've done a couple of these already. It's not something I normally do for the shop work, because honestly, it's a Nagant and it's just not financially feasible. But I do build them for friends. But what we've done is, for starters, is I cut the barrel down, I recrown the barrel, I get rid of all the sight holes and stuff and fill in the sight holes. I add an ATI scope mount. I know there's a couple other scope mounts out there other people like. I kind of like the ATI. It seems to work pretty good for me. You get the scope mount, and it comes with a new bolt handle where you cut off the straight Nagant bolt handle, and then you add this curved bolt handle. So that's basically where we're at now. We have the black ATI stock down here, which is going to stay black, but some of the things that are going to be done. One, all of the action components are going to be done in Cerakote Micro Slick. It's an inexpensive alternative to the Robar MP3 coating. It's not quite as good as that, but it's way cheaper than the nickel Teflon coating. Like I said, it's Cerakote Micro Slick. It only comes in like one color right now, a dull gray, but it works really well. All the internal components, the bolt, everything's all going to be coated in that, and it works really well. So one of the things we're going to do here is, like, here's the rear safety. This is a little treatment I do to the safety, and the magazine housing. All of that will be done in the Micro Slick. Now the rest of the gun right now, as of now, is going to get a nice thick Cerakote to get rid of all the dents and dings, because this is a Nagant, and being a Nagant, of course, just when it was manufactured new, the outside looks like hell. The rifling looks beautiful, inside looks like hell. So this is going to get a thick coating of Cerakote, and from there I'm not sure what I'm doing to it yet. Kind of like somebody else's gun. Ooh.
Aha. You know what I'm talking about.
Altend is not going to know exactly what it's going to look like until I'm done with it. But one of the nice things with the Microsoft Cerakote Slick on the action, though, it's going to make everything a uniform color. So we're no longer going to have this chrome bolt, the ATI chrome bolt handle, and then the dull metal bolt sleeve here. All of this stuff has been tumbled with ceramic tumbling, and it's all going to be coated completely in the Microsoft Cerakote Micro Slick, or I have to keep saying Microsoft. I haven't had enough coffee this morning. The Micro Slick, and then everything will have a nice uniform gray color. One of the other things that we're going to be adding, and this was sent to us, it was actually a present. It's the Huber Industries trigger for the Nagant. What is the actual official name for this?
I don't know. I don't really.
They have the. It's just a. Is it match grade trigger? I mean, what's the official?
Well, I'm gonna leave the link.
Yeah, we'll put a link on it. But it's gonna have one of the Huber Concepts triggers installed also. This trigger will also get the Cerakote Micro Slick coating to it. So again, everything will have a nice uniform color to it. A couple other things, like I said, it's gonna get the dip. He's not gonna know what it's gonna look like. We're also replacing the screws for the stock. The kit, the screws that were on the rifle, being manufactured while Russian bombs are dropping on the factory, weren't exactly the greatest condition, and they bottomed out too soon, and they actually would hit the action. So we're going. There was slack in them, so they weren't torquing the action right. So we got new screws for that. Other than that, again, here's a teaser for Eric. It's a 50 cal Desert Eagle, and he sent it to me, and basically the instructions are to make it look cool. So I'm completely going through it. It's got a Cerakoting, it's got a hydro dip, it's got some stuff on top of that, new grips, new custom grips, new custom sights that I actually designed, and I actually made the sights myself for the gun. But other than that,
I'm kind of excited. I mean, I always want a scout rifle because I think everybody should have one. You know, not even if you go hunt, it just point, you know, range, a good range gun, you know, or fun or useful gun.
I love the Scout Sniper principle, and what I'll do is I'll tend to a slide, so he can put a slide in of the one that I built before. But the Scout Sniper rifle principle, most people don't realize, the longer the barrel on a rifle, the less accurate it is. There's barrel harmonics, barrel vibrations come into play. So barrel manufacturers try to find a balance between velocity, which you get from the longer barrel, and minimal barrel harmonics. That's why you usually see average lengths for barrels. You do not lose accuracy with the shorter barrel. Now you lose velocity, but a shorter barrel like this is going to be more accurate inherently than an identical barrel 4 inches longer because of the barrel harmonics. So with the Scout Sniper principle, you have a really good, fast-handling light rifle. Now, I'm from the Midwest. I've hunted a lot in Michigan, done some hunting in Wisconsin, and you have the deep, thick North Woods. There's a reason why the lever action 30-30 is still popular in Wisconsin. You're dealing in thick, nasty woods. You're lucky if you have a 100-yard shot. You hear the deer for an hour before you get a shot off at them, but it's going to be 100 yards because the trees and everything is so thick. In a situation like that, you need something that's quick, light, and fast handling, and that's where the Scout Sniper rifle combination comes in. Now, you can go a couple of different routes. You can go and spend $3,000 or $4,000 on a Steyr, which they still make it, or you can just get a relatively good, inexpensive Nagant and build it from there. But that's basically the plan. You're going to have a nice, short barrel, fast handling, handy to use Scout Sniper rifle.
I mean, sometimes the purist might be, oh, you cut the 1940 Tula mosin nagant, and I'm like, oh, no, honestly, I gotta be honest, you saw it. It wasn't exactly the best mosin nagant on the market.
This isn't an Octagon. This is not a special one. This is a total Century Arms crate where, you know, you get 1,000 or however many in a crate, just all just stacked and wedged in on top of each other. This is no collector's version. This is no rare version.
No.
This is your standard one that everybody, you know, like I said, everybody should have one. And like I said, here you can already see the sights, where the sights were have already been filled in. But I don't know how well it's going to show on the camera, but being a Nagant, a war Nagant, there's big dents and stuff. And this is literally manufacturing defects from on the outside of the barrel. So this is anything but pretty on the outside. Now the rifling is in excellent shape, and it's going to be a really sweet gun with that. And the Cerakote Microslick is also going to tighten up the action a little bit and everything too. But because we're going to do everything, magazine, follower, it's getting it, the whole 9 yards. So
yeah, that being said, thank you very much again to Jay for having me, and the coffee, and the project, of course. Thank you also to Uber Concert for sending me the trigger, and to Eric, he bought me to hook me up with them, which is always nice. And I'm really excited. I'm gonna post a picture at the beginning of the video how the rifle used to be with the stock, of course. And I have to say also, it wasn't like nothing really valuable because of the matching number, most of mismatching numbers. So, you know, it's something, if you want to do it, I think it's worth it. If you don't want to buy a nice old Texan like a Remington 700 or something.
And here's the thing, most of this stuff, a lot of guys can do at home.
Yeah.
I mean, the cutting of the barrel, it's really not that hard. I mean, you just basically need a cutting wheel. You get the crowning. Now, I crowned it. It's got a really nice crown on it. I don't know how well it's going to show, but you can get the crowning kit from Brownells for, it's about I think $29, something like that. So you can crown the barrel, so it has all the tools and everything to finish the barrel. You get the dowel rod that goes down in the barrel for the appropriate caliber. That's really no big deal. The rest of this is just elbow grease. Most of us here have a tumbler because they hand load. You get the ceramic media and burnishing compound and just tumble everything to clean it up. Send that out. You get the nice ATI stock. Like what he did is it comes as a kit. You get the they sell the parts individually, or you can get the scope base, bolt handle, and stock as a kit, and that saves you money also. So this is something that the average guy at home is perfectly capable of doing.
And then the scope, let's close the video. The scope might be a choice. I pick up one, was, you know, I get good reviews. I'm not sure it's gonna work out. I'm not. Hopefully we'll.
You got like a Deer Slayer. You got your standard generic. It's what, $30 scope?
70.
Okay.
Midway USA.
Yeah. I mean, it's a basic scope for a close range scout sniper rifle type deal. you don't need a $3,000 Zeiss. You know, you're shooting a deer at 150 yards. You just need a good optic that if you drop it and you bang it against a tree, you're not going to freak out, because that's the other thing you got to keep in mind. You're hunting in the North Woods and stuff like that. You're banging your rifle on everything. If you've got a safe princess, you know, you're afraid to bang it against a tree, forget about it. Here, this thing, you know, he falls out of the tree stand, he busts the scope off of it, no big deal. He can, at lunch break, he can go to Walmart, get another scope, put it on the gun, and be back out in the field.
We got good ways to review it too. It seems like the review were good. The specs, it seems good. An anti-fog and a bunch of other stuff, and mil spec red, you know.
Modern technology these days. Your El Cheapo scope that you get now is as good, if not better, than the $800 scope 10 years ago.
And the lenses, actually, honestly, I'm not an expert, but the lenses, which are mostly the most expensive.
All the lenses come from, like, there's like three companies in the world. There's like 3 companies in the world that make all the lenses. And then they make the lenses for, and then they you know, they contract out and they make the lenses for the other scope manufacturers. The irony being is most of them are in Japan. Even Zeiss, which is one of the finest European scope manufacturers in the world, their lens plant's in Japan now.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, and then the lenses go to Germany to be put together in Germany. Same with Leica. Leica's another one. It's one of the finest Austrian cameras and everything. Their lens manufacturers in Japan also.
See, now you know something new. So anyhow, I don't want to digress too much. We're gonna have a second part of the video, of course, whenever it's ready. Maybe we're gonna
shoot a video.
Too. Well, that would be awesome. The same day. That sounds like a plan to me. I actually want to try with all the ammo, surplus stuff, and also regular Walmart table stuff. I know they make brass and whatever, you can reload and make it nicer.
And I have all that, and he doesn't know this yet, but he's going to be getting a lesson on single stage loading for the Russian. Yep, I've got the dies. I've actually got maybe 50-60 pieces of virgin brass.
This guy is full of surprise, eh? But thank you again, and thank you for watching, and let me know what you think about it. And Eric, by the way, your gun looks good. Are you gonna see it yet? So yeah, teaser.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Anyway, thank you again, Jay. Thank you for having me. Thank you for all your help. And really, guys, if you are, I don't have one. If you are on P90s and 5.7s, he knows his stuff, and one of the few persons actually I respect in the gun industry too. Very knowledgeable also in other fields. Sorry. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe me, subscribe also Jay. I'm gonna leave all the links for Jay shops and everything. Drink some coffee, stay safe, and God bless America.